Hello, guys, and welcome to the Hex19 Geekout. My name is Brett Commander, and I am here today sharing with you my top 5 reasons why you should be subscribed to Rdio. So, for those of you who haven't heard of Rdio, like me, who has been out of the loop for way too long, Rdio is this music subscription service. It's about $10 a month, and Yuri subscribed to it, and a bunch of my friends at work are subscribed to it. And all I know is that Rdio, right? What I thought what Rdio was this music streaming service that you could, if something happened to be in their library, you could go ahead and listen to it, I guess. So that's what I thought Rdio was until I actually downloaded the app and started playing with it. I realized it is so much more. So what I'm here today to tell you that I have now subscribed to Rdio. I'm so happy I did, and here's why I think you guys should as well. So reason number one, the music library that they have is surprisingly, delightfully comprehensive. My first experience with Rdio wasn't that great. I happened to be, at the time, kind of addicted to Lindsey Sterling, this electronic dubstep violinist who's a YouTube sensation right now. And so I got really into her music, and I heard of Rdio at the same time. And the first thing I did was search for Rdio. There goes my phone. I searched on Rdio for Lindsey Sterling, and she didn't come up. So I thought, screw it with Rdio. They don't have any music that I want, and I just kind of went from there. Of course, Lindsey Sterling, being an independent musician, probably doesn't have the right things in step to get onto Rdio, so that was definitely an unfair test for me to search for something that's a little bit more obscure. Since then, I've searched for some of my favorite bands over the history of my life and some really big albums that I have the physical discs for example, Billy Talent, Panic at the Disco, these bands that I loved as a kid, or at least as a teenager, that I never really got around to downloading, that I never really got around to taking the physical disc and putting it onto my music library, and then I did, and then iTunes got corrupted. It was this whole mess. So I have all this music that I've been wanting to listen to for years, but just haven't really gotten around to organizing myself to do it. So finally now being back into Rdio, giving it a second chance and doing a search, I'm amazed that now every single song that I've searched for, every single artist that I've searched for, it's on Rdio. So I challenge you not to try and test Rdio to see if there's, obscure things that they don't have, but really just think about the music that you like. Go to Rdio. You can actually search their library for free on the web. There's no subscription necessary. So what you can do is go to rdio.com. I just signed in with Facebook, and it's been really easy for me because I can then automatically post to Facebook, and there's all that good stuff. But just having that single sign-on is really, really nice and convenient for myself. You can also make your own account with an email and password and all that good stuff. But what that will then allow you to do is search the music library and just kind of see what's on there. I think you have about a 1 week free trial where you can just try everything and see what's on there. What I didn't realize at first is that web is unlimited and free for just playing on the computer. The $10 a month that I'm now subscribed to brings me to my second reason, is that the mobile sync feature for Rdio is so cool. I mean, I've been really addicted to another app called Songza, where it goes over your data network and I can just listen to music anywhere. They have stations and all this cool stuff, pre-made playlists curated by musical gurus and bloggers and things like that. I didn't even know Rdio actually has stations and things like that. That's a totally another thing I haven't even explored. But what makes Rdio so cool is you can actually download music from the Rdio library onto your phone, and it's there even if you're offline. So right now I have a crazy data plan. I got like 6 gigabytes, so I'm not worried about that. What happens though, or what I'm really worried about, is what happens when I want to listen to my music and I have bad Wi-Fi, or I have no reception on my phone. I mean, that's just gonna suck. So what I've been doing is on Rdio, you can actually tap and hold on any album or any song, and it'll pop up and say add to my collection. And below that, it'll say sync to mobile. Tap sync to mobile, it'll download to your phone, and you have it there for good. I guess as long as you're subscribed for the $10 a month, which, I mean, that's about an album a month, and you get unlimited access to this. So I think the mobile sync feature is so cool. And I also mentioned, talking about, adding to your collection, that's another thing that I think is so cool about Rdio, is that it makes organizing your music so simple, and the way they do it is just so intelligent, and they thought it through so much that it just makes sense that you can have things in your collection but not necessarily have them downloaded. or you can have something in your collection but not necessarily have it be in every single one of your playlists. So you can actually build your own music library, and you can kind of be reckless with, just adding in albums and songs and things like that, because once it's in your collection, you can then go from there and make playlists and stations and things like that. So you can first make your collection. So search for Rdio for all the music that you like, put that in your collection, and then from that you can kind of whittle it down into playlists, into stations, and different things like that. And that way, when I'm in an Under Oath kind of mood, heavy screaming metal sound, I can go listen to that. Or when I'm in a indie mellow kind of mood, I can go listen to that. And with playlists and collections working together, I can have crazy different genres all in one place that I can find and I can kind of claim as my own, and still be able to break it up into playlists so that I'm not just shuffling through all of my music, which doesn't always fit every single one of my moods at all times. But yeah, speaking of claiming it as your own, that brings me to my next reason that I think is so cool about Rdio, is the social features of it. So you can, when you make your collection, that then becomes public to all of your friends on Rdio. So right now, I got Yuri Walq on, and I think it's so interesting to go into what's called his collection and browse his music that he has gone through Rdio and taken the time to, say, add to my collection and bring it all together in one place, and actually discover that Yuri and I have a lot of the same taste in music that we just didn't know, because we never talk about music. We're always talking about movies or video games or all this other stuff. So to actually now have a music social network that doesn't work like, what was it, Live FM or Last FM with scrobbling, and you had to actively share each individual song. With Rdio, it's so simple. You add it to your collection, just collect your music on your own time, and your friends can view your progress in that. So sharing really becomes effortless because you're just using Rdio as you would. And if you want to, your friends can follow what you're adding to your collection, and they can even listen to your playlists or your stations and just get a sense of what you listen to. And then if they want to, I can just be in the mood to, I want to listen to whatever Yuri's listening to right now, and just either discover cool music that way, or discover new music, or discover that there's this band that we have in common, or we admittedly both like the new Katy Perry Roar song. And so to see that in his collection, that was funny, and I felt a little embarrassed for the both of us, but it was really cool to see that we both had that in common. So let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. We have comprehensive library, mobile syncing, intelligent organization, social stations are effortless, and finally, my biggest reason for downloading Rdio is the interface is so slick, at least on the iPhone, where I've been using it most. So I'll pick this up. Good thing I got the iPhone 5C nice and sturdy, so I can drop that all I want. Let's see, what we can do is go into Rdio. We'll take a quick look here. It's just so sleek and interesting that you're swiping around. It's gorgeous. It's just a joy to use and to work with, and it's just fun to explore this app because it's just so well put together, and there's so much music on there, and there's so much that I can do with it that for $10 a month, I've been spending at least that for albums from iTunes. But now with Rdio, I can just subscribe, listen to all the music I want, and not care about muddying up my collection or having too much music on my hard drive, because I can have my collection of the music that I really love, and then the songs that I most want to listen to at all times, I can sync those to my phone and have them whenever I need them. Yeah. My apologies for this video being a little bit out of it. I have a crazy head cold right now, and Yuri's now suffering from that as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the first, Hex19 Geekout with myself, Brett Commander, and hopefully we'll be doing a lot more in the future. So in the meantime, enjoy Rdio.